What's up, YouTube? I'm Rob, and this is my son,
Otis,
and we are cooking with
family flavor.
Today, we're gonna make a simple and easy pizza that everybody's gonna like, and we're gonna make it from scratch. We're gonna show you how to make the dough, put it together, put it in the oven, and then get to eating. Not tickling. We're gonna eat it. All right, guys. So let's get started. Okay. So we got a bowl here that we use for our stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can do it by hand, but obviously having a stand mixer is a lot easier. We're gonna be using our dough hook for making dough.
Wow.
And the first ingredient we're gonna be using today is gonna be flour.
Whoa, I love flour.
Not flowers. Flour, like cooking flour.
I love flowers.
Oh.
Can I help you?
Of course you can help me. That's the whole point of you being in the kitchen, so we can cook
Can I help you with
together. You know what?
What?
Let's take a minute and get you your other stand so you're a little higher up so that your face isn't blocked by this bowl the whole video. How about that? Ready? Do a snap with me. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, there it is.
There it is. Nice job. All right, guys. So
And
we got our flour here. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're going to put that in the bowl. And that's going to help everything from sticking to the side of the bowl, and it's going to get into the dough and help it with a little extra flavor.
Whoa, guys, here it is.
Well, hang on. We got to do 2. So let's do one more.
All
right, go ahead and dump it in. Woo!
Can you see it, guys? Here it is.
They can't see it. You got to hold it up for them to see. Like that. And what we're going to do is hold the bowl like this, and we're going to rotate it around so that oil coats all on the sides of the bowl. See how it's coating the whole side of the bowl?
See, guys?
Next, we're going to use about 3.5 to 4 cups of flour. Bread flour, if you prefer.
Daddy?
Either or really works. Bread flour has a tendency to taste a little better, yes?
I thought that was 10 Tom.
You thought that was going to be next?
Yeah, I knew that. I know.
Well, you're really smart, so. Let's get our cup here, and let's start scooping, okay?
Okay. Oh.
Scoop it, make it flat, and dump it in.
Wait!
That's 1.
I did it so hard.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it came out like a pile.
I saw that. 2.
So here it is, guys.
Well, hang on, we need 1 more to make 3, right?
We need
1
more.
plus 2 is 3. And we're going to do about another half cup here.
What? We're running out of flour in there.
That's alright, we have more if we need it. And boom. So that's about 3.5. The other half you want to add later on. If you need it, you'll be able to tell. We'll show you how.
We can show you it.
There you go. We got a bowl full of flour here, alright?
Yep.
Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar.
1 teaspoon of sugar. Can I do it?
Here's sugar. Go ahead, dump that in. Thank you for moving my hand.
Now, I think we have to mix it.
No, not yet.
Can I do that?
The salt? We need 2 teaspoons of salt.
Oh.
Alright, so I'll fill it, and then you can dump it in. 1.
Wait.
What comes after 1?
2.
You sure it's not 74?
It's 2.
You sure it's not 74? You sure? You sure? 74. What? That was too much! We only needed 2. Alright, so far we got about 3.5 cups of flour, like I said, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we got our olive oil on the outside, the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We are going to go ahead and fill a measuring cup with about 1.5 cups of hot water of at least 110 degrees. So pretty much if you put your faucet on the hottest setting, it should come out around 110 degrees. If it's not, you can go ahead, boil some water, make it even hotter. The reason why we want hot water is we want to activate our yeast, which is going to help the dough rise. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and do that right now.
Yep, and only that's a parent. It's so dangerous.
That's right, because it's hot. All right, guys, so we got about 1.5 cups of hot water here of at least 110 degrees. And all we're going to be doing is adding a packet of active dry yeast. We don't use the instant yeast. We just found that the active dry yeast tends to work better. If you don't have it in a packet, a packet is about 2 1/4 teaspoons. So you can buy the jar size. Yeah?
Can I pour it in?
Of course you can pour it in. Can I tell them how much they're supposed to put in first?
Yeah.
All right. So about 2 1/4 teaspoons is about the equal amount of what would be in a packet. So I'm gonna tear it open for this guy here, and you're gonna pour it in.
Yeah, me all day. Do you have to pour it like all?
Pour it into the water, the whole thing. Don't squeeze it. You gotta get all of it out of there.
Ooh, bubbles.
And a way to make sure that your yeast activates is to go ahead, take something, mix it up real good. That looks pretty good to me.
Is it good now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Nice job. And you can go ahead and let it sit, put a piece of cellophane over it, and it'll start to froth up or get bubbly. And that'll be how you know that the yeast has been activated. You can already see a couple bubbles in there starting to form and come up to the top, which is what we're looking for. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on our mixer.
Yep.
Make sure it's locked down.
Yeah.
We gotta put our dough hook in.
Yep, our dough hook. See guys, it's a way of hook, but it's in this glass. Always has a pair.
All right, guys, so we got our dry ingredients in here. We got our frothy yeast mix here that I just spilled on the counter, but we should be all right. Let's go ahead and mix up our dry ingredients first.
And see, numbers got so many levels that you can go on.
That's right, at a different speed, right?
Yeah.
But always make sure you're careful near a mixer, right? Because you don't want to get hurt, and it can hurt you very easily.
If you put a finger in there, it'll mix it up.
It's gonna mix your finger? I think it's gonna take your finger off. That's what I think it's gonna happen.
Wait.
All right, are you ready to help me add our mixture in?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and just pour nice and slow, okay? There we go. And just go all around the sides here, all right? And you'll see it's gonna start to form some dough. Let me grab you two. Here you go, guys. Take a look inside. You can see that our dry ingredients are starting to form up. All right. So go ahead, get all that wet mixture in there.
Okay, we're done, guys. It looks like kind of dough to me.
And we're just gonna let that mix up for a minute, okay?
Okay.
About halfway through, I'll turn it off.
See,
Reach in here with my hand, make sure everything off the sides.
Can I feel it?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. What does it feel like?
Mushy.
Kind of feels like Play-Doh, right?
Yeah, and slime.
You know what's in Play-Doh?
What?
Dough.
What? No.
Get your hand out of there.
Disgusting.
No, it's not disgusting. Get out of here. Just make sure you peel everything off the sides just to make sure you get a nice mix on all the dough. You don't want any dry ingredients stuck to the bottom that you didn't mix up with everything else. And once you get that all off the sides, go ahead and stick it in your father's face.
Stuck to the hook.
At this point, guys, grab about another cup of hot water and add it as you see fit. You want your dough, you don't want it to be too watery, but you don't want it to be dry. You want to make sure all those dry ingredients get mixed in really well. So adding just a little bit of water sometimes helps, just to get the consistency just right. And if you do make it too wet, you can always come back, throw in a couple pinches of flour just to get it back to that right consistency. We made ours just a little bit too wet. So we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of flour to ours just to dry it back out just a little bit, make it a little easier to handle, make it nice. Yeah, it's slimy now, right?
Yeah, it's sticky.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and lock that back down. We're gonna put it just on a light stir. Get out of here, I already have it in my hand, I don't want it anywhere else. And we can just go ahead and just dust in a little bit more flour just to get it back to the consistency that we want.
Yeah, we want. Ready?
Again, we're not professional cooks. We just like eating good food, right?
Yeah.
Alright guys, our dough's been mixing for a while and it looks like it's just about right.
Yep.
You don't want to over mix it. You just want to make it just right.
And
so as you can see here, we're able to handle the dough.
Yeah.
We got a little flour on the outside, but it's not sticking to our hands, and that's what we're looking for, right?
Wait, look.
How did you do that?
I just want to show them.
You want to show them how you drop it? This is what we need to eat for dinner. Don't ruin it. All right, so as you can see, we can work with the dough. We can pull the dough, and it's not really sticking to our hands.
Yeah.
So at this point, we are going to take this dough. Once you let go of it, we're going to put it back in this bowl. We're going to cover it with cellophane. We're going to let it sit for about 2 hours and allow the yeast to activate inside this dough, and the dough is going to rise. So it should just about double in size.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking to see happen here.
Yeah.
So let's get this covered up, put it in the bowl, and we'll check back in with you guys after our dough has risen.
Indeed. How about that?
Hello YouTube, we're back. So our dough has risen. We've got our toppings ready.
I'm gonna tell you all of them. We have
What do we got?
pepperoni, cheese, mushrooms. What's this? Onions and pepper. And here.
Watch the saucepan is hot, so don't touch.
So we have a pan that's hot, but it has salt.
Right.
Salt.
Now the secret here is we have some cornmeal, and we're gonna lay that underneath our pizza before we roll it out to make sure it does not stick to our tray. You want to work your own dough? Let me get the flour just in case. Put a little flour on our hands.
Okay.
That's gonna help keep the dough from sticking to our hands. Right here. It's right here. Put your hands out. Pull your sleeves up a little bit. Hands out. Here, put them over the tray. Alright, rub that all in your hands. And get the backs and everything. In between your fingers. Blah, 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 blah. And then we can go ahead and grab our dough here. Alright, and if your dough feels a little sticky now that it's been sitting, you can always dust the outside of your dough with a little extra flour.
Yeah, and rub it all over.
And work it in.
I'm gonna do some more.
Perfect, that's good. You know, that was actually the exact amount we needed. Good job. You're welcome.
What?
Alright, we're going to take a little cornmeal, okay? I'm going to do my pan. Hang on. I'm going to do mine and then you do yours.
Can you hand it over to me?
Here it is. Take a couple pinches, spread it all around, okay?
Nice. A little bit of paper here. Okay, you were using the whole time. Do you want this pizza to go flying off your hands? Alright, so now we're just going to get a loose shape of our pizza here. Alright, and once it gets onto the tray, that's when we're really going to roll it out and get a good shape, alright? So try to smush it flat. See how I'm doing it? Start like letting the dough kind of stretch itself, just working it in a circle here. Something like that. Just kind of stretch it out in a circle. Alright, right down.
And then just stretch your dough out. Obviously, if any holes appear, just kind of push it back together. If you want, you can use a rolling pin. So take a little bit of flour here.
Can I do it?
Put it in your hand. Hang on, let me cover it up first. And just roll that rolling pin back and forth in the flour. This way you don't get that rolling pin stuck to your pizza.
What's on my pizza?
That looks like a good pizza. Alright, so let's dust the top just a little bit. And go ahead and roll it out. Go ahead. You roll yours, I'm going to shape mine with my hands.
And the best part about this is our pizza can be any shape, right? We can make it any shape we want. We can put any toppings we want. We can put as much cheese as we want, as much sauce as we want, so we can make it our very own pizza. I'm gonna hold that, you roll it. Just don't roll it.
My fingers and squish them, alright?
So, I have a rolling pin, and my dad's just shaping it out.
And you can use this dough recipe if you want to make garlic knots or you want to make a stromboli, something like that. While you were watching the video of the dough rising, you may have seen us making the sauce in the background. We can make that another video for you guys. We'll show you how to make that. Buying stuff off of the shelf isn't a bad idea.
Yeah. But if you don't have this stuff, you can just go to the grocery store.
Exactly. You can just go buy your own stuff from the grocery store, however you want to do it. That's up to you guys.
Yeah, but you have to get dough, right?
Well, yeah, and we showed them how to make the dough. All right, so let's get some sauce on this pizza, all right? So we got our ladle here. Let me do this part because it's kind of hot, okay? Put a nice glob right in the middle and just kind of spread it around. How's that smell?
Thumbs up.
Smells good.
Okay, are you done?
We did a good job making the sauce.
Are you done?
I don't know. Do you think I'm done?
Yeah. I think you're done.
Do you want more sauce or less sauce? Because it's your pizza. You can make it however you want.
More sauce.
More sauce? More sauce coming up.
I'm gonna add cheese. I'm gonna add that mixed up with that. Is that cool?
Well, why don't you tell everybody what it is? What's that?
That's pepperoni.
And that is?
Cheese. I'm gonna use these both.
Cheese and pepperonis?
Done.
That's what you want in your pizza?
Okay. Yeah.
Guess what? I'm gonna eat some of your pizza.
You can.
I can?
No.
How about we show YouTube our pizzas?
Hey.
What do you think? Hang on, I'm gonna bring YouTube over to us. Whoa!
Hey, look.
Check it out, YouTube.
See my pizza?
There's Otis's pepperoni pizza.
See
and
it
the
is?
adults mushroom, onion, and pepper pizza. Alright guys, we're gonna get these up in the oven and we'll let you know how they turn out in just a minute. Alright YouTube, so we cooked that pizza at about 400 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. You'll know when it's done. You'll see it. So what do you say we take a bite and let them know how it tastes?
We should take the bite, and here's my pizza. This one's mine. We're gonna try it. And this is mine, and that's Daddy's. That's to let you know if you forgot, then that's to let you know.
I don't think they would forget whose pizza is whose. I mean, yours is in front of you and mine's in front of me. So let's take a bite and let them know what we think.
I'm gonna take that off. That's good.
That's good?
That's my pizza. I like the way that part, but without that. But it makes it so sour.
You like it without the pepperoni? Pepperoni's a little spicy, huh?
Yeah.
But you like pepperoni.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. So, alright guys. I give it 2 thumbs up. Again, making your doughs not so hard. Making the pizza itself isn't so hard.
20 thumbs up.
20 thumbs up?
Yeah, and
All of them? And your other foot that you're standing on?
yeah, both of them. All the thumbs up I can give up.
Anyway, he gives it all the thumbs up that he has. I give it 2 thumbs up, guys. So go ahead, give it a test yourself. And again, we'll come back. We'll show you a video on how we made our sauce that you may have seen while the dough was rising and other things like that. So the most important thing about cooking in the kitchen is having
A great day.
fun.
Fine.
And that you get to be creative. So create your own type of pizza, use any of the toppings you like, make it in any shape that you want, and just have fun when you're cooking, guys. We'll see you next time. We hope you enjoyed the video.
On YouTube.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.
on the pizza.
No.
Jeez. Make sure they can see my head. Can you think they see my head?
No. Your head's off.
My head's off?
Yeah.
It's still there. Liar.
It's on the roof.
Engage hyperlapse.
Indeed. I can't do it.
Yes, you can. Try again. Engage hyperlapse.
Indeed, perhaps.